The brain, it learns in very unexpected and mysterious ways. And our brain, it works in a combination of over 100 networks of neurons running electricity charges everywhere. And in all this panic and electricity that is going around here and there, all we need, boys and girls, is we need that good content, we need confidence, we need consistency, and we need the power to understand. The board exam. Let us treat our board exam like one of our most favorite board games. It's a game, boys and girls. Let's play smart and let the game begin. Hi, I'm back here from Inspiria Knowledge Campus. My name is Nirjang Lama, an assistant professor here, and I hope that you watched my previous video that we talked upon how do we tackle a few studying issues concerning the board examinations. I know there is a lot of statistics running around in the air about percentages, about 90s and 80s and hundreds, and even beyond that if possible that you can actually get in here. But the point here is, how do I score very high in my board examination, right? It's all about that scores. Everybody's in that quantitative data right now. And how you score is very clear, very simple. It is all based on how well you have grasped the knowledge, how well you have absorbed information, and how well you have the ability to understand and comprehend all that information that is in your head. Now, how do you know what is your appetite to learn? How good is your appetite to learn? Now that will depend upon how much of educational value time you have remaining, and also on how much of intellectual confidence that you've gained over this period of time. And we'll talk about how do we then now put all these things together. How do we study, how do we revise to become wise, and then, correct the board examinations with the numbers that we have in mind, that we feel that it is absolutely important for us to achieve. That is the mission statement of every student who is appearing for the board examination right here, right now in 2021. So what we need to do, boys and girls, is we have to understand that there is a pattern of how we study, right? And then there are several other patterns of how we study. The confusion is which pattern to take. So I'll just talk about a few things which are sort of very important, vital, significant for you to apply in your study patterns, so that you then develop the ability to then score greater, good, high marks. So first of all, what we need to do is, along with these study patterns that you have, the mode of study that you have, we need to have several modes of studying our syllabus. Now, when I say several modes of studying, it means some of you may be very good with auditory forms of studying. So you need to hear something, you need loud sounds, you need good music, you need somebody to tell you, you need to read aloud. Some of you are very visual based, spatial based, visual based. So you need to see more, you need to see videos, you need to read more books, you need to get in more pictures, diagrams. Some of you may be more in terms of verbal. So you got to speak it out, you got to speak out, you got to hear out, and you got to read out loud from the content that you have. Some of you may have this logical and mathematical aptitude and quantitative way of studying your content, and that is how you'll have to go. Some of you may like the sociological form of learning. Some of you may like the physical form of learning, also called as the kinesthetics. And what you need to understand, ladies and gentlemen, that we all have our own very special way. So bring in every mode that you can possibly bring in to then add on the concept of edutainment. So when I say edutainment, it is that mixture of education and it's a mixture of entertainment. So when that package comes together, that's when the studying routine, the whole experience of studying, the whole concept about education and the affinity that we develop for education then grows by leaps and bounds. Number two, once you have done the content, what do? Try mnemonics to revise, to remember. When I say mnemonics, it actually means that you associate some sort of number scheme, some music, some sort of abbreviation, some picture, something to do with your study pattern. Now, I'll give an example. Many years ago, 10 years ago almost, the Pizza Hut in Malaysia wanted people to remember their toll-free number. Every organization, business house will have a toll-free number, but we hardly remember. So they used mnemonics. They used a jingle which went like 1308-52525, Pizza Hut special delivery. I've heard this almost 12 years ago, boys and girls. I still have it in my mind. So you see, that is the power that you give when you bring in the mnemonics into your study pattern. For people who are doing, let's say, commerce students, and you don't know what is the whole concept of principles of management, so you just say POSDC. POSDC, so planning, organizing, staffing, directing, controlling. So you know the whole thing, POSDC. So it's easy for us to remember. So I've abbreviated, I've created my own acronym, I've created my own little story and my own small mnemonics to actually understand how this whole concept works. Teach someone in the house. Take up a role play. You've learned the concept, you go and speak to the mirror if there's nobody in the house. Or what you can do is just speak to somebody in the house and then teach them. If you don't even have that, put all your toys, your teddy bears, or whatever articles or things that you have in the room, you put them all together and that you teach them. So when you do that, there is a repetition. You are associating all of your motor skills there, and then it helps you to remember, to recall the content, not just but you're enjoying when you're doing that. And when you're enjoying, you have a happy heart. And a happy heart learns the best as of now. And that's what researchers have proved. And that is a universal tenet. So please go ahead, create this role play, create this easy way around for you to understand. Number 3, please know your syllabus, know how much of content is there. The government has currently reduced tremendous amount of syllabus. I'm sure you'll have got this information from your respective schools. So please go into the websites, into reliable websites, and then get on to how much of syllabus it is. Please prepare your own chart of how and what is comfortable for you. I would suggest that you study in the morning. The best time is 5 to 8 in the morning, 5 a.m. to 8 a.m. The best time, ladies and gentlemen, because this is the time that the entire world is sleeping. There is no distraction. The social media sleeps, the world sleeps, the cars are sleeping, the dogs are sleeping, the trees are not even bustling and hustling, the birds are sleeping, everybody is sleeping. So you have this magical 3 total hours to focus on your study pattern. Very great. So you have to change your study patterns or your sleeping patterns or your daily patterns and see if the 5 to 8 magic works for you. And please understand, do not get stressed. Get that right attitude in your mind, because this is just an examination. And we all know that the examination of any kind, it is just a milestone that we all have to cross to move forward in life, to achieve much more better things in life. And I wish that I could give you a magic potion right now, right here, so that you become absolutely successful in life, ladies and gentlemen. So here it comes from all of us, the magic potion, and we say, Vijay Bhava. All the best to you.